3, 2, 1. Thunderbirds are go.
Hello, welcome to the next Thunderbird 2 video where we're again going to be looking at more of that pod floor detailing and also finishing off the Firefly. Now I'll warn you, this one is going to be a long video because we have lots of details to add, which takes time, and then we've got a complete Firefly to build apart from the wheels, which is also going to take time. So pause the video, go away, get yourself a cup of tea and a biscuit, and then come back and join me in building more of this fantastic Thunderbird model. Okay, you've done that, are you back, you got your tea? Let me know down below what kind of mugs you guys have, okay? Because I've got a few Star Wars mugs. I don't have any Thunderbirds mugs actually. If anyone wants to send me a Thunderbirds mug, you know, feel free. Just let me know, I'm just curious. Wow, this is a long video and I'm waffling, so I really shouldn't be doing this. So this is where we left off the Firefly last time. We just had the wheels all completed just like that, and they still work, which is all good. The next piece of the Firefly is this. Now how gorgeous is that? Firefly on the side, the gorgeous band of red paint accented by the black there, looking very, very nice, and all these holes that are going to be filled with lots and lots of extra add-ons. So this part of the video anyway is going to be a little fiddly while we get all these add-ons on. The first add-on you'll need is this part here, very small silver part. If we flip over this main body of the Firefly there, we're focusing on these three holes at the moment. This top one is where the silver part goes, so we just need to add a little drop of glue just there, just to secure it, and then we angle it like this and push it down into the gap there like that, so it'll stick up like that on the showing side, which is very nice. I'm just going to put some glue on these next two parts as well, because they are very similar. They're these black parts there, and what you need to do is you need to clip it so it goes over this part here like that and just pushes down there. And once again, just flip this one round. Oh, this one is a little tight. It's not wanting to go in. There we go. So it looks like that. Sorry, looks like that when they're all in. I have to have a little bit of extra glue there, but that's okay because it will be covered. Yeah, looking very nice indeed. Really, really like just the minimalist detail there. Now we need to just make sure that these parts don't fall out. So that requires getting this piece here, oops, which is again the same yellowy orange color, and it's got two tabs there, which will fit into these two holes. Let's just put glue in, on, and around the holes, and some more on the tabs just for good luck. And then just swing it around and push it on or in like that. Actually push it to get rid of that seam line. There we go there. There's still a little bit of a seam line. Hopefully that'll disappear in time, especially when we put the wheels on. But yeah, that is that part all on there like that. Now flip it around, so we've got the front of the Firefly there. We see we've got these holes here, and we get this piece here, which looks like a surprised face. It looks like a kid's character that the kids watch. I don't know what it's called. I'll throw up a picture here. That one. It looks like that one. Once again, we get some glue in and around the holes, just like that. And we want it so that the face is facing downwards, just like that. Just clips on there like that. That went very nicely in as well. Leave it like that, which is very nice. And then the holes of the face are going to be filled in with this piece here, which has got a nice black, really neat paint job of black there. It looks a bit like an elephant head with the ears coming off there. But what we need to do once again is put glue in and around the holes, and just going to put a bit of glue just here, and then just push those 3 into the holes like so. So it looks like that. Make sure we push it on so that the glue starts to set. Looks very nice indeed. Cool. Right, so the next step is where things start to get even more fiddly. We're going to have to put these red parts over the headlights like that. Now they do fit really well, so we just need just the smallest amount of glue in that hole there. Just the tiniest bit. And then just push that on there like that. And we do the same for the other side. So I'm just going to put some glue just in that little ravine part there. And just push that on there like that. Push it down so that the glue starts to set. Yeah, looking pretty good, has to be said. I really like the yellow and red contrast. Looks very nice. You can see it's got that curve shape carrying on throughout the red parts over the headlights. So yeah, looking very nice indeed there. The next part is attaching these headlights. There's one here. Now some of these parts come on sprues. I have already pre-cut them out to save time. And what you need to do is just drop a little glue. You see it's got a hole there and a bit of a reservoir. So glue in the hole there and just along that bit. And just pop that headlight, oops, in there like that. Very nice. And then we'll just do the same. Glue in the hole, a little bit there, and grab the headlight. Just push it on there like that. Looking very nice, and I really like these tiny silver detailing parts there next to the headlights. Ah, looks like a little happy face, doesn't it? I see faces in all things. It's something that me and my fiance have in common as well. I'll often send her pictures of just facing random things, a bit like this. Anyway, so yeah, you can see the face there. If you can, let me know. If you can't, then don't worry. You're just not weird like me. The next step requires these 2 body details there. They are slightly different. This one's got 4 kind of cut out holy parts. This part's only got 2, and they fit into these 2 rectangles here. Let me just go check which one goes in which hole. Okay, so this one with the shorter part goes in this hole there. So let me just pop some glue in both the holes, actually. Just do like that. So then this one goes in there like that. Oh, very nice firm fit there. Awesome. And then this one goes in there like that. And again, a nice firm fit. Bit of extra detailing on the body there. Looking very nice indeed. The next 2 parts are going to go into this hole here and this hole here. And they are tiny little circular parts like that. Let me just pop them in and I can show you, oops, what they look like. Because I had a feeling they're going to pop our way. Oh dear. In you go. There's one in there that pushes really far in actually. Because if you look at the length of them, not a lot of it is sticking out when it's all in, which is nice. I like the fact that they give you quite a lot of material to play with to push them in. It looks on there like that, and it's just pushed glue out. So I'm just going to go quickly get rid of this glue before it did any more damage. And so you can see there, those circle parts in. The next parts go into these rectangular bits just here. And actually, they go all the way through. So maybe it's better just to glue the edges. This piece here, it's slightly off center and it goes in this way. If it goes in at all, there we go. Goes in that way, so the thinner part of the ridge is facing inwards, like that. And this part, just have a look at the instructions. This part pushes in there like that, so that the cutout part is facing outwards like that. So that is what yours should look like at this stage. And I hope it does, but we're not over yet. There's still lots more holes to fill. The next two parts are these parts here, which are symmetrical. And you just need to glue in the holes here. One in there, one in there. Bit of glue in there, and a bit of glue in there. Wipe away that bit, and then just push these really nice silver parts in. That feels very loose actually, so I'm going to put some glue on the pegs here as well. Because the last thing I want is Firefly falling apart on me and pieces flying off and I've lost them. Yeah, that feels much more secure. So I'm going to do the same on this piece. Glue the pegs there. Push that down. Really, really nice silver detailing. Yeah, that really adds quite a lot to the part. Look at that. Starting to come together now. Looking very, very nice. The next body detail goes into this gap here. Actually, that's just a hole that's straight through as well, so I'm just going to add some glue onto this. And it's just a circular part. We just push in there. Just like that. Like a little speaker. Pretty sure it's not a speaker. I'm pretty sure they're not playing music while they're saving people in Firefly. Thunderbird's theme or something. Can you imagine? That would be awesome. But no, I can't imagine that happening at all. So yeah, that part's on there like that. And then covering that part is a little bit of framework. That's just... Oops. Oh, that really went on the floor. I found it. Oh, camera moved. There we go. Didn't realise I knocked the camera there. Sorry about that. There you go. That part pushes in there. Looking very nice indeed. A bit of silver over that little speaker part. Looking good. I'm really enjoying putting little parts on pod vehicles. It's my favourite part of this whole thing is building pod vehicles. I mean, building Thunderbird 2 is fantastic, but building all these pod vehicles that I've loved since a kid, absolutely brilliant. Absolutely having the time of my life doing this, I'm not going to lie. The next parts we need are this water tank here, which again has the gorgeous detailing of black, red and silver. That matches the rest of the Firefly. And we also need this nozzle part here. Now, there's a hole just there. And what you need to do, you need to get it so it's facing up, so that the nozzle is facing upwards like that. So actually, I'm going to leave that in. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm just going to put some glue on the underside here to secure it when it goes in. Just a little bit of glue on the nozzle. Make sure it's facing up. I've lost the hole now. There it is. Like that. Oop, like that. Sorry. And that's the water cannon all done. And then we just need to put the water cannon into the body of the Firefly with these two holes there. So we've got this hexagonal one there, this little circle one there, and we just pop that part in. Say just, come on. That is not wanting to go in. Okay, there we go. Just pops on there like that. Looking very nice indeed. Now, the glue has actually taken a bit of this red paint away, so I might just get a red pen or some paint just to tidy that up when the glue's all set. But just be careful that the glue does have a tendency to act like a bit of a paint stripper, which is a bit annoying. But like I say, I can touch that up with some red paint. So yeah, that's good. Got the water nozzle in there over the speaker, and there, looking great. And there's only one more part to do on this body of the Firefly, and that is just to put this part into that hole there, like that to cover it all up. Nice silver framework there. Looking great. And that is all those add-on parts added to the main body of the Firefly. And I just think it looks great. There's that face again. Hello. I think it looks really, really nice. Really, really good. But it is missing something. And the thing it is missing is this iconic part here. And I love the fact it's got the see-through window in there as well. And the little part for the gun, of course. Really, really love this part. But we're not quite putting it on there yet. This is the part we get in part 22. But there are other parts that we get in issue 22. The cockpit being one. So you see it's got the cockpit there with a little gun of Firefly. And we've got these 3 holes there. I just need to put glue in and around those 3 holes to hold in place this windscreen. So it just goes on there like that. It's like putting sunglasses on a mole, isn't it? Look at that. Yeah, looking very cool. Love that. It is a little see-through as well, I think. Maybe that's just me and the light. Yeah, looks great. The next thing we need to do is attach this horn. I don't remember the Firefly using a horn, but I guess it's handy to have if things get in its way. And it looks like a proper horn as well. A proper old school horn, which is really nice. Very cool indeed. And of course, with the cockpit all done, we just get back this part and just shove it onto the main body of the Firefly, if I can. But for some reason that is not wanting to go in. Okay, I'm just going to have a look at this off camera, be right back. Cool. Okay, that required some pushing to get on. Yeah, that is a good solid click when that part goes on. But when it does, it looks fantastic. I mean, look at that. Look at that. I love that the red lines match perfectly. Really, really nice attention to detail. Looks absolutely stunning. It's really come together now. Apart from the shield, it looks brilliant. Where was it? Yeah, look at that little tiny 54 there as well. Not sure what that means. Pod number 54? Pod vehicle number 54? I don't know. If anyone does know, let me know. But yeah, absolutely fantastic looking part. That really, really like it. So we now bring back the wheels that we did so a long time ago, it feels like, doesn't it? And we'll just put glue everywhere because we don't want the wheels coming off the Firefly. Be disastrous. And this part is the back sticking out, and we just push it on like this. Oh, there we go. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I mean, I know what the Firefly looks like, but just forming it like that, that was a good moment. That was one of my favourite moments in this build so far. Fantastic. Look at that. Of course, it's still missing its iconic shield. So let's move on to that now. And to do that, we need these parts here to start off with. Now, these make up the arms for the shield or the screen. You'll notice that these 2 parts are exactly the same, but they just angle out different ways. So this part has a shorter side there. This one has a shorter side there. We need to get this part looking like that. And then these parts are exactly the same. But I believe we just need to thread it through. So that one looks like that. No, see, I've already got it wrong. This one needs to look like that, with the triangle part facing that way, the slope looking like that. And then this one will look like that, you see, which looks great. Looks very nice. So that is what those 2 parts look like. They kind of match up like that. And then we bring in the shield, just push out the way, and then we just attach these parts on to the shield. Now, when it's all done, you'll need to have the silver part facing outwards and the yellow part facing inwards, so it would look like that. Okay, so that is how you adjust it to glue it on, and it does fit in with the lines of the shield there, like that. So just get some, oh, look at me, putting the lid on, good boy. Put some glue onto these parts there, like that. Just push them down, and then we do the same on this side. And just push them down like that. Now I'm going to leave this to set because I really want the glue to set before we move on. So I'm just going to leave this for a little bit. And while we're waiting for the shield to dry, we haven't actually finished yet on the main body of the Firefly, believe it or not. I just noticed that we have these 3 metal parts here. Oh, I only just picked up one. There are 2 more. There we go. These make up aerials. Really tiny little aerials that we need to plug in to there, and one right at the back there. So if we just pushed it in one like that, and just push this in like that, just push that in like that. Now you can secure them down with glue, because I have a feeling that you might be able to pull them out. But for now, just for demonstration purposes, I'm just going to show you what they look like. Look very nice indeed. They are a little sharp, so be careful of that. That is quite sharp to touch, but it's a nice little added detail, which is what makes this whole set and the whole build fantastic. So now we've done that, let's bring back the shield. Make sure it's the right way up with this silver part at the top, and then we just plug one into that hole there, and another into that hole there, and if it all goes in well, well, that is not wanting to go in. Why is not wanting to go in? Oh no, come on, this is the big reveal part. Oh, okay. It's not quite set enough yet on that shield. So let me just go and redo that. And here we have the Firefly finally completed. After all the glue has set, it will look like this, and it looks absolutely stunning. The reason that I've got the shield up is because it is a very tight fit to get the shield into Firefly. So I actually widened the holes a bit, but I did widen the holes a little too much. So yeah, it just flops down when it gets to there. So I do need to sort that out, maybe add a bit more glue or a bit more putty into the holes there of the Firefly, but it looks fantastic. It looks great. The shield came out looking gorgeous, and it all lines up perfectly. If you just look through there, absolutely stunning pod vehicle, one of my favorites. And of course it all moves fine, and even with that down, it all moves fine. Yeah, very, very, very happy with it. Just have a little last look in close detail. Love these antennae. They are very sharp, so just be careful, but the detailing is great. Absolutely stunning little pod vehicle, even with the floppy shield. And here is what the pod vehicle looks like next to all the other pod vehicles that we have done so far. A veritable collection, you know, something that I only dreamed of as a kid. Look at them all, they're fantastic. So with the Firefly all done, let's move on to the Thunderbird 2 parts in this video. Do you know it's been over 50 years since Gerry Anderson created our favourite Super Mario Nation shows? Shows like Thunderbird, Stingray, Captain Scarlet and Joe 90. That's over 50 years of explosions, launches and SIGs. SIG. And if you're looking for some memorabilia and collectibles from these shows, then the Gerry Anderson official store is the place for you. One item in particular that may be of interest to you is Big Chief Studios' limited edition Captain Scarlet figure. Big Chief Studios are at it again, bringing this classic Spectrum agent to life. Features of this figure include his Spectrum cap with flip down microphone, his Spectrum officer pistol and watch, and light up epaulets on the shoulders. Pre-orders are available now for just a £30 deposit, and you'll be notified when you need to pay the remainder just before his release in July. So please see down below for links to these items, plus more from the Gerry Anderson official store. Following the links down below will also help out the channel, which would be much appreciated. So what are you waiting for? Click now and find your perfect purchase today. Indestructible Captain Scarlet. I've got to say, I am very much looking forward to getting my hands on one of those Big Chief Studio figures by any means necessary. They look fantastic, and as soon as I do, if I do, I will be doing a review of them, so stay tuned for that. Moving on then to the Thunderbird 2 parts. Let's first look at all these parts here. I just want to spend just a little moment looking at this Thunderbird 2 laboratory. Really small piece, but the lettering again came out fantastically. A little door there. Little part there, looks great. And actually what we're going to do is look at that little part which is here, which is the little fire extinguisher in this packaging. So let me just take that out, and here it is, and I've already gone ahead and attached some glue onto it. I will need tweezers for this actually. And here it is, really small, and I've already gone ahead and attached some glue onto the tab there. And then you just push it in to that hole there. I say just. It is small. Oh, okay. What is that hanging on with? That's a magic trick. Brilliant. Oh, I know why it's not connecting, because those tweezers don't shut. There we go. It should go better now because I've actually got tweezers that close at the tip. Where's that laboratory? Here it is. Okay, so just pop that in there. It's really not wanting to go in. Okay, there we go. There we go. Really small detail, but I love it. I love the contrast. That bright red to the rest of the grey is really nice. And that is the first part done. The next parts we're going to be looking at are focusing on the screw hole covers, which are in here. And it is important that these ones go in specific areas of the pod, okay? Because that's the parts of the pod that we're going to be looking at first. So the first one, if I just put some glue on it, the first one will be attached into this corner here, just like that there. So that's where the first one goes. The second one is in this hole here, just like that there. Fits in very nicely. And then it's straight down the middle. That's where you'll need to attach them. And there they are. Sorry, I was just in awe. I just stopped speaking there. They're all installed there now, completely covering those screw holes. Looking fantastic. Very nice indeed. So then let's move back to this laboratory, and I think that fire hydrant is now stuck in well. We're just going to be looking at the details that go on top of this laboratory. First we have these two parts, which make up kind of a little top chimney thing. You can see that the detailing on these parts is very similar to the square magnets that we get on the pod. Just thought I'd highlight that. These go together like so. You just attach a bit of glue to this peg and then just push it together. If I can find the hole, there we go, like that. Just clips on there like that. Looking very nice indeed. We then need to get this piece here, which is the top of the laboratory. I've got some paint scuffage on mine. You can see the black paint there is scuffed a little bit, but that's okay. A little bit of wear and tear never hurt any machine. Also note that this part goes at the back because one of the spines of the pod will go into that part there, which is nicely designed. So we just attach glue onto each one of these pegs, just a bit on the flat parts there as well, and then we just get this part and just push it into place. It's not wanting to go in very well. There we go. It's pushed on there like that, and then we've got two holes there, which of course are for the longer pegs on this part here. So let's just do a bit of glue just on these parts. Ooh, sorry about the focus there, and just push them in. All that does push together much more nicely than that part there. And that is the laboratory all done. Looks very nice, doesn't it? Let's move that out of the way. Looks great. Who knows what brains will be cooking up in there? Lots of different ideas and stuff like that. So yeah, that is the laboratory all done. And where it goes on the pod is just here by the smaller door. You see we've got 3 holes there. So I'm just going to quickly put glue on these 3 pegs. Like that. And then somehow just put this through this way, through the gap in the spines, and then line it up. So that it just pushes on there like that. Perfect. You can see the spine does go into the hole there on the back of the laboratory, and that part will just stay in there. Mop up some of that excess glue. Oh, the fire hydrant's been knocked off. Dang it. Let me just go fix that. Be right back. And there's the laboratory all installed now with the fire hydrant attached there. I say it's a fire hydrant. Also, fire extinguisher. Look at me being British and sounding American. How very Thunderbirds. But it might just be a horn of some kind. No, it's definitely a fire extinguisher. But there we go. Okay, so then we move on to more detailing, and we go back to what we left off last week, and we're looking at these 4 holes here. And in those 4 holes, we'll attach this piece here, which is some nice kind of track kind of piece there. It is symmetrical, so it doesn't matter which way around this goes on. So you just thread it through the spines and just push it into place. We'll find the hole. So there's 1 in, 2, 3-ish. Okay. I'd say that all kind of successful. Let's try it this way, because it might actually matter which way around it goes in. It's this one here. Wasn't this one going in? That's in. Right, let's go from the start. That one is not going to go into that peg there at all. Which is weird because it does line up perfectly. Right, 1, 2. Oh, frustration. Let me just try this. Okay, I did it. There we go. What was happening is that it was getting caught on this piece here. Let's just see if I can zoom in. Just that bit there. It needs to go under that bit there, and it wasn't quite making it. But when it does go under there, it will all be fine, and it will all install there very nicely indeed. And in fact, the instructions do say on closer inspection that you should start by slotting the forward tip under this section so that it doesn't, so it fits basically. So the next detailing we have is opposite from this part here, and it's these 2 holes there, and it will be this piece. Now you do get 2 similar pieces. One has a white bit on the back and the other one doesn't. Apart from that, they are both identical, and I don't really know why I told you that, because it doesn't make a blind bit of difference, because I don't know which one goes into which hole. So for this, I'm going to make sure the one with the white knot on the back goes up here, and it just pops to those 2 holes. Oh, actually, it's the hole size that determines it. This one without the white goes into here because it fits in the holes there. Very nice. And then this one has slightly wider pins here so that it fits opposite it on this side. Cool, come on. There we go. In there like that. Great. So just to recap, the one with the white back goes on the side with the laboratory, and the one without the white back goes at the side with this really annoying part here, which you should push under there first. Right, okay. The next two parts are these flowers here. I'm only joking, they're not flowers, they might be speakers, but they also are identical, and they are actually identical. Unlike the other two parts, the pegs are exactly the same width apart, as you can see there. So one of them will just attach in there. Make sure that the speaker part is facing into the pod, so it looks like that from the back, and then the other one will go opposite it. It's hard to say. Oops. Go in there like that, if it does go in those pegs. Yeah. Just push it down. There we go. So it goes in there like that. And they're shouting at each other, "Hello, flower! Hello! How are you? I'm fine." Okay, I'm losing it. We haven't got time to muck about, Chris. Sorry about that. Right, the next piece is this piece of machinery here. And this actually looks like some kind of turbine or something. I don't know. I don't actually know what these parts do. This has a connector with a little square coming off it as well. And it will fit into the corner there, covering up that screw. Yeah, if you do want to find out what all these parts do, maybe you should pick up the Haynes Thunderbirds manual, which is still in stock at the Gerry Anderson store. There you go, little plug there. Wow, this part is not wanting to go on. Okay, there we go. Let's go to some of the paint spillage there. And it'll look like that. Cover up that hole nicely. And then the final part we're going to attach in this video will cover up this screw hole there, and it is just a regular brown screw hole cover, but it has got the pipe work built in, which is very, very nice. So just pop a bit of glue just on there, and you need to make it so that the pipe does line up. It is slightly off center, as you can see. And you can see that it is slightly off center there. So make sure you match it. Push it down. You didn't see that, but there's a reveal. Ta-da! And weirdly enough, even though the brown paint goes over the lines, it goes over the line in such a way that it matches up. How bizarre. So that is all the detailing for the pod floor this time. No, not this time. That's the pod floor done. Sorry, I'm just looking at it and there's no other holes to cover up. So that is the pod floor all done, which is pretty sweet, which means that in the next video we're going to be looking at those pod walls. And for those people who did see my video about the changes to this channel, don't worry, the Thunderbird 2 build will continue. I can confirm that. I will be throwing up a video a little later on explaining what else is happening to the channel. And the Thunderbird 2 videos, they may move time slot. They may move away from the Wednesday evening time slot. So stay tuned for that. I'll upload that a little later on. Go and have a little sleep before that, because it has been a very long video. We have done a lot in this video, and I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, please let me know in the comments down below. Please check out my Patreon if you feel like sponsoring the channel. And until the next Thunderbird 2 video then, guys, take care. FAB. Bye bye.